Okay,
Is it actually my turn? I thought it was
no.
Abysm's turn.
He accidentally hit the button.
Hit the end turn bouton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I have to remember, what am I being afflicted by?
2 negative levels. A
Uh,
veil, AC shield, AC mobility, overland flight,
which shouldn't be on right now.
protection from
What's this green
spells.
circle?
That's I think the
Dimensional
like
anchor or something.
yeah, dimensional
Yeah.
anchor, some sort of tether. And
And it's up
that
on the
thing's
wall.
on the wall
Right.
right now. So you have to
How
move
far up
forward
is
to
it?
hit it. It's just like right on the wall. I think it's maybe like 5 feet
It's
up the
within
wall.
reach.
Like if you stand up next to the wall, you can hit it.
Was I still grappled by this?
Doesn't
No,
look like
if
it.
you were, you'd
No.
be next to it.
Okay.
Now, it has 6 mirror
Oh, that's right.
images. There's 6 of them, and it is staggered.
I mega poked it with my little wand of staggering.
Yeah, it's staggered. It's staggered for like a minute. Which is nice because it means it can't full attack, although it still can do things like cast spells and shit, which has been kind of a pain in the ass.
So I guess I'll 5-foot step up. And you said it had a whole bunch of images?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
there's 5
6 of
images of it.
them.
Yep, 6 people. Monster
People?
things.
It
It's
takes
a person,
offense to
Dan.
that.
I will
It's-
begin.
I think it's a person.
I will defensively cast a Dispel Magic on his mirror images.
That's pretty useful.
Okay.
That's not a very good roll, or that's concentration though, so you probably still succeed.
Yeah, I don't remember what my
I thought that was a
concentration
caster level
is,
check
so
for a second.
15 plus
I was worried
double
because that
the
was a
spell
caster
level.
level check.
yeah, I have the button for caster or concentration, but I don't know the numbers behind it, so I wasn't sure if it was an automatic for me. So I just pushed the button. So here's my caster level check.
Alright, and let's see, what did he put mirror image on with this?
I mean, sometimes I know disable device is going to be an auto succeed, but I still like to hit the button anyway.
That's only caster level 10.
Well, no one can take the button away from me.
Okay,
That's
you dispel the mirror images.
Oh,
Hooray!
okay. He's not a super powerful spellcaster. And then I'll attack him some more.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's mostly like, you know, the template and the base monster, and then he just has a little bit of class levels. That's what he casts with. I don't know though.
Blah!
That's right, nobody knows the troubles it seems.
Do we have haste?
No.
I guess you have haste maybe from your if you did the thing.
It doesn't look like he does.
I don't see it, so.
O's?
Oh,
Eh,
Nope.
I
I'm
think
gonna be
it was
right
on
back.
your low
Wait
hit,
on-
so you couldn't confirm.
Yeah.
Take your time.
But at least you hit.
but still, 17, 10, 27. I mean, he's got some armor class behind him.
Yep. Yeah, the 25 there wouldn't even have hit except it hadn't
It
been
is a
nat 20.
shape changer as well, so there's that.
Yep, I was just about to. See, shape changer.
Yeah, you do an extra 2 damage and then 2d6. Because your enhancement bonus is increased. Specifically versus him.
He's an evil creature, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he's evil.
Well, I mean, he's pretty nice, if you ask me, but...
He's what you call, what's that word? Affable, I think? I don't know why I was gonna try to look that word up on the fucking SRD. That's probably not a great idea. Okay, so
Affable on
make sure I'm
SRD.
pronouncing it. It is affable. Okay, I wanted to make sure. I was like,
Okay.
I know that word, but it's one of those things. When you mostly know words from reading them, sometimes you don't know how to pronounce things.
Oh, I had to drop my wand to cast that spell, so my wand is in my space, if it matters. And I'm done.
That's why you just need to cast Unseen Servant and be like, pick up all my wands, and then it just follows you around and picks up all your
Does
wands.
Unseen Servant hurt people?
No. That's
Then,
right, you probably don't even have it. Alright, so it's my turn now.
Yeah, I'm done.
So it doesn't have the mirror images at least, so... But I can't, there's no way I can get a flank on this thing.
Sorry, I couldn't get into any position to flank with you.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's on the wall is the main issue. The only way I can get flanks if I somehow get up on the ceiling or something. I don't know.
Right about.
So I'm going to just do a full attack action on this thing and hope for the best. Let me see if I can find which one has the Bane effect on it, but doesn't have the piercing effect.
At least with Unchained, you can add your dex to your damage now, so it's
Not
not
the
like
piercing
you're
precision effect. Here we go.
just doing your d4 damage for your little dagger.
Right, yeah, it definitely helps. Okay, so it's saying I hit with one of them. So yeah, with the Bane, and then with the Bane effect, like 21 damage is respectable.
Yep.
It's not great, but it's respectable.
Okay.
I mean, granted, my bard, who's like half the level of Nizzo, does like the same amount of damage.
So is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Diana and Amara.
Let's pull around with Diana.
Ooh, a crit.
Oh man,
Oh.
Diana just murdered it.
That'll do it.
That's
Apparently
good.
we just needed one more round. Yeah, I know, it's not quite dead, because it's gonna turn into a mist form, probably.
Exactly. It does. It turns into a mist form immediately, and you guys can't really do anything about it. You can't attack it or anything, so you're not really in combat anymore.
You
But
can
it
attack
will...
mist form.
Okay, fine.
It
Do you
just
want to
doesn't do
finish
anything
your
to this
turn?
guy.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything. You can't kill it in its mist form. So do you want to finish your full round, and does Amara want to do something, or can we exit combat? Or does Henrik want to do something, or...
If anybody has a spell that could do something to a mist. Like, somebody's like, I have a mist trap. I mean, if you had like something, you could have something cool for this sort of situation. You could be like, I have a
Maybe.
mist trapping bottle, or something like that. And you just pull it out, and it sucks all the mist into it. And you're like, yep, you're fucking trapped in a bottle now, you stupid vampire.
I don't
Like
think
that would
you
be
have
really cool,
one,
but I don't think any of us have anything like that.
I do.
Oh yeah? Damn, Henrik has everything.
Yeah, apparently.
But I can't hold it for long enough. If I could hold it for 2 hours, we could kill it right now.
Or we could just open it up when it's in its coffin and,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm content to
Stick
just
it.
kind of let it go back
What
and
does
then
Amara
find out
do?
where it is.
It is Amara's turn.
Let's see.
I know like a lot of the stuff in the monster manual that's like mist form, basically. Yeah, it just has like fucking DR. And it can't be critted or sneak attacked. It's like more like an ooze. But it flies. mist form doesn't technically like the spell mist form or something.
Yeah, gaseous form.
Huh.
This came up in one of the other games. I think maybe
Oh my god.
we looked it
I
up,
gotta
and it's
look.
like, other than a GM ruling, which would be reasonable, by the mechanics, rules as written, it doesn't really make you immune to grapple.
I grapple the gaseous
It does
form.
say you can like pass through small holes and narrow openings and
Yes.
shit.
So that goes into Game Master interpretation territory.
I guess.
But if
it leaves
I were the
door
GM, I would
open.
say that that means that like
I'm just talking about the silliness of going purely
Right, I'm
by the
saying-
book.
I guess maybe that leaves the door open so that you could do something like, say, I pull out my, you know, like I use my cloak or something to kind of make to like, or like a bag or something to try to like grapple, like an airtight bag or something like that. I don't know, like,
Yeah, you
know
can
what I mean?
grapple.
Like,
I
I pull out-
impale it.
yeah, I pull out a plastic bag and trap the gas in the plastic bag or something. I don't know. I mean, granted, where the hell did you get a plastic bag? But you know what I mean.
well, let's try to grapple it. There's still a bite left on Diana.
Okay.
Okay, that doesn't work.
Well, I
At least we
wasn't
don't have
that
to deal with
game
that
master that
nonsense.
interpreted that you can grapple gaseous forms. If you can't grapple
No.
ghosts,
It's
you
just-
can't grapple gaseous forms. They slip through cracks. They can.
You can grapple ghosts if you have ghost touch.
Well, if you have ghost touch, yes, I guess. But if you had some sort
Like
of
I say, I'm
gaseous
just-
form touch, then maybe you can grapple
Yeah.
it.
Just like I say,
Yeah.
the silliness of like rules as written.
Yeah.
You know, rules lawyer.
Sometimes rules as written is weird.
Well, I mean, if you read it, it's talking about, you know, it still has DR, it still has deflection bonus and armor bonuses, you know, it still has this, but it's immune to this and that. So it can
Yeah.
be easily overlooked, but it's fucking gas, okay?
Oh, no, I 100% agree. Like,
Yeah.
I would interpret it that way, probably.
I could
Unless,
maybe
like I said,
trap it.
Unless you had some sort of way to justify it, like I'm having a like you pull out like an airtight container of some sort that's or like airtight.
I find this funny.
But,
By the
yeah.
way, a creature in gaseous form does not move with a ship.
Yeah,
Oh,
which
yeah, they
means
have
if you
all
cast
those,
it on the
like-
deck of a ship, the ship will float out from under you because your speed building
Yeah.
10.
Yep.
I guess that's happened too many times for them to put that up there. That's funny. Anyway, so just for future reference.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just let this thing go.
Did I move it or did it move itself? What happened?
You moved it.
Oh. Okay, Henrik, was there anything you wanted to do?
There is something that I want to do.
Does the whatever shackle still work against it as a gaseous form? Does that prevent it from leaving the area?
I don't think so,
Well,
because the
Only if
shackles
it-
are not like force.
it
They're
can leave
quite
the area.
tangible and material, so it would just
Oh, okay.
yeah get away from the shackle.
Yep.
Yeah, leash shackles doesn't do anything to prevent like extra dimensional travel or like other stuff like that. It's only good against material
Well, you have it
things, but
combined with
I have
the,
something else I wanted.
dimensional anchor, which yeah, but that doesn't help it either. It can still
Yeah,
move away as gas.
I just wanted to make sure it didn't like, you know,
Dim door again.
teleport away while it was still healthy.
Again. Yeah.
Because now, like, it's stuck at 0 HP until it gets to its coffin.
this
and it's going to take
leash
at least an
shackle?
hour. Yeah, we were talking about leashed shackles,
Yeah, we're saying it's not doing anything.
but it wouldn't do
yeah.
anything to it.
But that's not what you have on right there, right?
This big old green thing?
Yeah,
This
is
is a
that what it
dimensional
is?
anchor.
Okay, that's what I thought.
No, that's a dimensional anchor.
No, that
Okay.
one's
Or no, a
dimensional
dimensional
anchor.
lock.
Yeah.
Anchor is only on one thing. Lock
He was
takes
So-
the
combining
whole
two different
area
things.
into
Why are we talking about shackles then? I'm confused.
They're like off on a tangent about like what can
just-
I do, and I'm like
yeah.
I'm not gonna do.
Okay.
I'm just talking about like different rules things to understand.
I'm going
things. Don't mind
to.
me.
I'm gonna cut myself because I need to cast Limited Wish.
Okay.
For 3 strength damage and 3 physical.
Hmm. Okay. What's your wish?
But I am wishing. What my wish is for is to know the location of this creature and wherever it goes. So it's going to mimic at spell level 7. Locate creature.
Okay.
So for, let's see, 160 minutes, I know the location of this creature.
Nice.
All right. Do you move?
And the
or-
distance is going to be long, 400 plus feet, plus 40 feet per level. I'm going to move to follow wherever it goes, like directionally, because that's all I know.
Okay.
I think it just goes to the whatever thing, right? Like in here.
All right. It mists away into the cracks of the dais and down below. Unfortunately, you can't see down there. But everybody roll me a perception.
All right, I get a -2 on my straight D20 roll. I can get negative perceptions now.
Dreams do come true.
Nizzo, Amara, and Henrik, you all think you hear swarms of what could only be rats coming down all 3 tunnelways in your direction. You hear the squeaking and tampering of their feet really fast, really quick. Plenty of them in all directions.
I could try talking to one of them.
Well, it's not your turn yet. So, but that's what you guys hear.
Well, they're not here yet either.
Well, they're close, but that's what you guys hear. And it is Abysm's turn.
Okay, well, that's not something I hear. So I'll move on over to this dais, and I will see if I can push the lid off of it or open it up somehow.
Okay. Let me grab that info here. So this slab of basalt looks about 9.5 tons.
No problem. Is that a strength check?
Yes, a strength check if you want to move it, or you can try beating it down, I guess.
I would tell everybody that I suggest that you find some way of, like, you know, getting off the floor. And that's what I'm going to do for myself.
Bism has overland flight.
How tall is this? How tall is this room? I want to try and get 15 feet off the ground.
Well, that's as tall as it is. It's no higher than 10 or 15 feet.
Okay. Well then I want to get, yeah, like 10 feet off the ground then.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Oh, did I say rats? I think I meant to say bats. That's what I have on my tracker here.
You said rats.
Okay, I meant to say bats. And I'll prove that to you if you guys don't believe me, because it's sitting here on my thing, but...
Okay, well that changes things.
Okay, anyways. You hear the squeaking of bats.
But I'm not going to cast flight if I think it's bats. I'm going to move over here.
Shit, I can prove that to you guys as early as last session, because that's when I put them on. Okay, so you move over there.
Or actually, are they coming from... Is it coming from the way we came to?
All directions. And you remember there
All
were like
directions.
there was like network of tunnels and tunnels and tunnels and tunnels. So who knows where they ultimately came from.
Then I want to move over here. And this tunnel entrance isn't too big, right? It's like 5 feet and maybe 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stone shape this shut.
Okay. Is it your turn? I don't know why you're taking an action.
I thought we were in free action.
No.
Okay, well that's what I want to do.
We were gonna be, but then we started misbehaving, so she took it away.
But anyways, Abysm, what all did you do?
I haven't done anything yet. I thought it was Henrik's turn because he was doing stuff.
Well, she said, do we want to go out of like turns and stuff? And I was like, just thinking like, all right, we probably are.
Yes, but then I
Okay.
realized because I have these things on their way, they're not going to be here for like a round or so, but I might as well keep you in rounds because you guys are going to do too many things thinking that you get to, and then I'm going to have to be like, oh, no, you don't get to. So I might as well just keep you in rounds. That way you don't get too ahead of yourself.
So when he flowed into this thing, are there holes in it? Or did he just go through a crack? Or did he go underneath it?
Through the cracks underneath it, down into it. So there's this big stone slab. You can see the bigger ring. And
Yeah.
then, and the smaller, well, not so small
Yeah,
one,
and
but...
then there's a throne with a skeleton.
Right,
and
but you're
there's a
moving
decoy.
this 9.5-ton slab, so that's the whole thing with the throne on it.
Yeah.
Well, I do have another option which I might exercise here.
Okay.
So I'm going to disintegrate the slab.
Yay!
I like
Okay.
it.
Since when do you have disintegrate though?
Since last level.
Or wait, no, that's...
Oh wow, awesome.
This level. This level I just got my first 6th level spell,
Magus
and I
can
just get one of
disintegrate.
them.
Yep.
Yeah,
It hurts
scam.
people.
It takes
I
them a
could be
while to,
saving
but
it
they
up for
can.
my. I could be saving it up for my scimitar and getting those sweet disintegrate crits.
Oh, man.
But this seems like a more practical use of it at the moment.
Okay.
I mean, I am what, a 17th level Magus now, 16th.
Yeah, if you have the close range thing, you can spell combat and throw a disintegrate onto your sword.
So that's exactly it.
So, does disintegrate bypass hardness?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
roll your disintegrate damage.
Disintegrate
Disintegrates
automatically
it's a 6th
destroys
level.
stuff.
It's
Yeah,
a 6th
it
level
just
spell,
automatically
so just-
disintegrates a 10-foot cubic area.
But is there, like, specific rules to it? Like, what kind of material
Yeah.
it is?
When used against an object, the ray simply disintegrates as much as 10 cubic feet of non-living matter. Thus, the spell disintegrates only part of a very large object or structure.
Yeah, you can use it to open holes and stuff.
Yep. It also basically counters Wall of Force.
Yes.
You can just disintegrate Wall of Force. So all those monsters that Henrik keeps throwing in Wall of Force, if you ever get annoyed with it, just give them Disintegrate. They can just blow it
Yeah.
up.
Well, didn't Mugmarian do that? He did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did actually. You're right. Let's see
Yeah, that was
here.
fun.
I know like objects can get fort saves, but I know most inanimate objects don't have the ability to do that. I know magic items would, for example, but if it's a magical slab of rock, then it can get a fort save.
Yeah, I believe that's right. If it's magical rock, there's a fort save involved. There's some obscure rules about items and fort saves somewhere in the rules.
Right.
Yeah. The only reason why I'm asking is because this stone slab has like 540 hit points, so it's obviously not the easiest thing to just blow up. But per spell, it should at least create large enough hole for you to get through and down.
Yep. The power of magic.
So there's now a hole.
Okay, it goes down, I suspect.
If you peer down, it's dark in there. Do you have dark vision?
I don't, but I
You
think
can't
I had
see.
a light spell. Okay, are we going down or waiting for the bats? Which I don't know about. So
You
I
look
will...
around and you don't see like a ladder or a stairway or anything. It just looks like
Right.
a hole down into deep darkness, and you can't see
Wait, are they
beyond the
bats
light
or are they
source.
rats?
They're bats.
Bat.
They're bad.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to have to wait until I confirm that I have a light. So, but I do have fly on. So I'll just fly over here, and then next turn I'll take care of it. And
Okay.
I'm done.
Right, so Nizzo, yeah, you hear bats flying, squeaking, and you know that they'll be here next round. Or you think, you're
Okay.
guesstimating.
I don't think there's anything I can really do about it. I think this is just gonna be one of those things that just happens to me. Let me see. Can I guess I can heal myself. I can pull out a Cure Light Wounds
There you go.
wand and heal myself. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna heal myself. Good times. So I think I have a action thing set up for it in here somewhere. It's been a while since I did this. Yeah, there we go. I healed myself for a little bit. And that's my
Okay.
turn.
Alright, so Diana and Amara, you also hear...
Let's see.
That wall of stone isn't up yet, but perhaps Henrik's talking about doing it.
Yeah.
He's not wall of stoning, he's stone shaping.
Oh, stone shaping.
Yeah, stone shape.
Yeah.
Tell Leopold to go over here. Get away from the bats.
Okay.
He's probably smart enough to do that on his own.
Sure.
Let's see. How many does it sound like? A lot of bats?
You can only imagine swarms. You don't know more than that.
So yes.
millions of tiny bats. The Bat Cave.
I guess I'll get ready to. I'll get in position to defend Leopold. And I'll ready in action to slam them.
Okay.
I'll have Diana do the same.
Alright, Henrik, do you still do the same thing?
Yeah, cut off some of the bats from us. I think that's always a good idea.
Okay. So you move when you cast that. And anything else for your turn?
I can't move again, right?
No.
Okay, so that's it for me.
Okay. You hear the bats getting closer, so close that they might be here next round. However, you guys think that you might have beat them on the initiative, so they're not close enough to go before you. Abysm? Star Fox?
Sorry. Still can't see anything. Hey guys, what's going on? Why'd you put the wall up?
Bats are coming.
Bats? Okay. From both those passages, or just the one he blocked off?
I think they're coming from every passage.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay. I'll cast a light spell. Just to make sure that I have light.
Okay. What are you putting your light on?
I will put it on my holy symbol to Serenray.
Can a magus
Around my neck.
deliver light through a, like, weapon attack?
I don't think so.
Kind of like Arcane Mark.
Yeah.
Probably not, or else people would be cheesing it, right?
Maybe though, I don't know.
Why can Arcane Mark be used in the cheesy way?
Because I think it's a touch.
You can use it as a touch attack, basically, is what some people do.
Because light is a touch spell.
Oh, it is. Well, then you
Right,
can,
and you
I
can
guess.
deliver light onto other
Yeah,
people as well.
yeah, you could do light through spell strike then, in theory. Except that I think it says, well, no, I guess yeah. I don't see why you couldn't.
Unless, because light is object touched, whereas I think Arcane Mark is object or creature touched. And
But
it's not
if you
both
strike
yeah,
their
yeah,
weapon to maybe sunder their weapon, maybe then?
Yeah, you probably could do that, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess that's why then.
But anyway,
I know one thing you can do
yeah.
is take an Arcana early on and just get Touch of Fatigue as a 0-level touch spell. That's a pretty good option.
Well, that's what you can do now, as well as the Ray ones. But, like, before, I think Arcane Mark was the only cantrip that allowed Maguses to get that action economy at level 1.
It's the only thing you can do it at, like, level 1, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have no wall spells or anything, so yeah, I cast that and just get ready. Do we want to flee down this hole here, or do we want to deal with the bats first?
I don't even know how we're going to deal with the bats. So, I hope you can deal with the bats, because I probably am not going to be all that useful against them. I apparently have a Ghost Touch Gauntlet, though. Is that useful? Huh? I'm going to put my wand away.
Well, if they're those kind of bats, maybe.
If they're ghost bats, I can punch them.
I've seen incorporeal swarms before.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh,
there's like a certain type of bat.
I gave you that Ghost Touch Gauntlet back when we were fighting the spirit by the big
I probably
worm.
gave it back to you, actually, most likely. In that case. I just have the action still listed on there. Yeah, I just have the action listed from when I used it, I think. Anyway, I'm just gonna put my wand away and move back up here, away from where I hear the bats coming from. And that's gonna be it for my turn.
Okay, Diane and Amara, you know they'll be here very soon. Like this round soon.
Move into position and ready action to deal damage to them. Get Leopold away from here. Have him stealth. Hide!
Henrik?
I'm going to move over here. And I tell everybody that I have a very, very powerful fireball prepared. So please exercise caution where you are.
Oh, it apparently skipped all then because they're hidden. Alright, well, here they come. And you can probably take your attack of opportunity.
My ready to action and my attack of opportunity?
How would that work? I don't think that works that way.
You get your ready to action first, and then you get an attack opportunity.
Huh. I guess so. Because your ready to action is going to happen before they get into your square, and the attack of opportunity would happen when they get to your square.
And then yep, basically.
Yeah, that'll work.
It'll also set Amara's initiative to below Henrik's just before the bat swarm came in to attack her. So it's because of the ready action.
So these are not shapeshifters?
No.
Darn.
Okay. Give me a second.
I think anything's a shapeshifter if we just cast a spell on them, right?
Make them a shapeshift. I
Cast
don't think it
polymorph
works
on
that way.
Yeah, cast polymorph on them, and then they're
No,
shapeshifters,
no.
right? You just need to go
You're
and be
not
like,
gonna
you're a
cheese
shapeshifter
me,
bat.
you people.
You're a shapeshifter bat. And then
Accept your
stab
fate.
them. No, I'm not. I'm just a bat.
Mantis, what's up?
I'm doing stuff.
Okay.
Give me a
I'll
second.
do stuff. Okay, I did my stuff. Okay. Alright.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're just bats. How'd you guys all nervous? You're like, ah, swarms! But you're high level! Like, what do you think's gonna happen?
Well,
I know,
usually
that's why I
taking
was
either
like, do I
half
want to
or
use a
no
wolf
damage.
stone here? Nah.
You never know, though. Like, bats can be serious business.
I know they can.
It could have been like some sort of supernatural bat or something.
It could have,
This is true.
but I didn't know that. I just heard bats.
Yeah. You didn't even do the attack opportunity, it just was the freaking standard ready to action. That's pretty funny.
Yep.
Only if they're like really small though are they immune to normal attacks. Like bug swarms are immune to normal attacks, but things like bats are big enough that you can actually hit them.
Yeah,
I think they
still
have
take half,
resistance to
but,
certain types. Yeah, like they take a half damage or whatever.
Yeah, it always bugs me, so to speak, when they throw like a first or second level group against swarms of like insects, and it's like you have so few options to actually hurt these.
Well, one
Yeah.
swarm, but not multiples.
Even one swarm is almost impossible to deal with a lot of times. It depends on the.
But
depends on
that's
the
why
group.
you
Like, if
make
you have, like,
friends, and diplomacy's a thing, you know, and you go and you make friends with healers or the church, or, you know, and you utilize
Well, I mean, you
your
can't.
environment.
I'm just saying, like, there's certain parties that potentially could not even deal with like a swarm of insects. You need to have like an AoE attack basically. If you don't, then you can't even hurt them.
Well, I mean, in Reign of Winter,
You just
they
run
put a
away from them.
CR2 Arctic Tatzelworm against level 1s who are already, like, beat up by traveling in the snow. And that thing is just like, you're dead. You know, because it can pounce, it can grab, it can rake.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they put it inside an environment that totally hoses around the players, but totally
Right.
doesn't, affect the monster. So.
Yeah, that too. Anyways, you hear squeaking at the wall, but for some reason it sounds like they might be, like, turning around and rerouting. Like, they're gonna find their way. They hope. Alright, Amara, you don't have an ready to action anymore, but I think Diana still does, because she didn't get to use hers.
Remember, I also have my attack of opportunity.
Right, yes. But her first.
Or shit.
That technically set them on different initiatives. I guess unless Amara sets her initiative.
This attack
down
is
there
correct. The damage is not. Actually, here.
The initiative's all the same because these are all on 20. Apparently they all rolled the same one. Weird.
That is weird.
Because I have it roll for each independent monster. Okay.
Yeah. I've never seen that then. Like.
To... Okay, Abysm. Bats.
Okay. Well, I will. Move over here. Pulling out a wand. And then I will. Ah, darn, I don't have it set up. Anyway, I'm going to throw a lightning bolt straight down these two guys.
Okay. A little excessive for bats, but okay.
Yeah, it's a wand.
Yeah.
I don't use it now. It'll just end up in the bottom of my backpack at level 20.
I saw this spell, or not spell, but wondrous item called a wand keychain. It's not quite what I was hoping it would be. But I'm sure, like, if you really worked with your game master, you can make a wondrous item where you can have like a keychain of wands and easier access to them.
Okay, I'm just going to manually roll this because I don't have it set up yet. And
Sure.
if these are just bats, this might just be enough to kill them anyway.
Yeah, probably. 36. Oh, we got a reflex rate.
Yeah, it's a reflex DC 14. 14.
A wad keyring actually is a pretty good item though.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Even if it's not what you were looking for.
No. You take out a chunk of bats, but both of them seem to save. And instead you do 18 damage, and that's not enough to kill them.
It does more damage against swarms because it's an area of effect.
Oh, that's right. So it's going to do 50% more then?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you would kill them. They would disperse, and one or two would fly away.
Kaboom! Okay.
Okay, I actually don't think this will become a problem, but eventually the other two swarms are gonna make their way and attack you guys, and you'll probably deal with them with ease. And so we can go ahead and exit combat.
We might be able to figure out what we're doing before they find a way to get here as well.
Yeah, it'll probably take, I mean, they have good speed, but there's so many tunnels that branch in and out over here and over there, so it might not take as long as you think it would for them to get here, but a round or two at least.
Alright, yeah, so we have a path we can go through, I guess.
Yep.
I have low light vision though, so depending on how deep it is, like I might be able to see part of the way in there, like better than Abysm was seen without light, but not.
Just use light.
If it's a really deep way, then I'm not. Then obviously I won't see very far down there. What does it look like a cavern below the hole that we made?
It's more like you're looking down a well or something. It's just really deep and...
Oh, okay.
Do you have dark vision?
No, I got low light vision, so I probably don't see the bottom then.
No, unfortunately you don't see the bottom.
I can see a little bit further, but yeah, not that far.
Do we how far away is the creature?
With your detect, you detect it only about 80 feet away from you.
And is it still moving?
No.
Okay. And general direction, it seems like it's going to be down this hole.
Down. Off to the side a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to put fly on myself.
Okay.
I tell the others, let's go down there and finish this.
Alright, you do so.
I'm going to go near it, and I am going to ready an action to cast Airwalk on Diana and myself if they need us.
Okay, so you're not going to go down?
No.
Okay. Nitzo?
I don't have any way to fly right now, so I'll just hang out up here and keep watch.
Sure.
Just a sec. I thought you had flight.
No, I have a Phantom Steed somewhere. I think I probably left it behind somewhere, though. That's my kill. I don't know.
Cast fly on you then.
Okay, well, if I have fly on me, then I'll go down with you guys.
Okay. Then you guys do so. The three of you fly down, and when you get down there, you see this beast on kind of like an altar, slowly fast healing itself back to life. And you see the other three also in little coffins, fast, probably, regenerating themselves as well. And you don't see the fourth one, so you see this empty coffin.
I ask Abysm, do you have holy water on?
I do, yes.
Good. I'm going to take out one of my wands. I guess my let's see, a wand of silent image, and I'm gonna go over towards the big thing and try to. I ask Abysm to help me, help me locate its heart or where I could stab it.
I have no idea about this thing's anatomy. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, what would I roll to help assist with doing that?
To know how to handle this?
To find its heart. Because I'm pretty sure we gotta stab its heart, right? With a stake. I mean, that's what we're assuming.
I don't think so.
Or,
I think in Pathfinder you just have to destroy its coffin.
No. No, in Pathfinder, In Pathfinder, you gotta put a stake through its heart. If you remove the stake, it'll regen back. Or you can decapitate it and pour the holy water on their head. I don't think it says and, I think it says or.
What if it's just a head with a bunch of tentacles?
I think
I'd
you can separate the
decapitate
head from
that.
the tentacles. Just take more work.
Yeah.
Maybe that's, I mean, that might be our other option instead.
Well, I have 4 vials of holy water, and there seems to be 4 things here, even though the 5th
Good.
is missing.
I know something
So-
you guys can do to figure out where its heart is.
Can cut it open.
Polymorph it into something you know where the heart is. Ta-da!
That could work too, I guess.
Well, let us separate head from body and anoint them with holy water.
Okay.
Yep. I'll help you with.
Coup de grace?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, basically.
Here's your monster. Let's see if you do it.
You want me to do the coup de grace? Because I probably could do a pretty nasty coup de grace.
Yes.
Let's see, I gotta open the modifier button, hit the critical button, and then roll the damage. It's a transmuter, right? So...
It's not a transmuter. It's a
a shape-
polymorph.
Well, it's a
Shapeshifter.
shapeshifter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shapeshifter. So that would be my coup de grace attempt.
You did it! You killed him. He doesn't even get a save.
And then we have to do the holy water thing, so he doesn't just come back to life again.
Yeah.
I still, like, Nizzle probably still afterwards, it's like, what actually is this thing, though? Like, I've never seen anything like this.
And I could figure it out with just a little bit of time.
I guess we have the other ones to deal with, though.
Yes.
I don't
three
think
of
they're
them.
as dangerous, but they still are dangerous, even if they're not as dangerous as this thing was.
However, I also know, before I say that, how much do I know about just vampirism in general, not specifically whatever this is?
Roll a knowledge religion.
Huh. Then I won't know.
Okay,
Thought I had
then
knowledge
roll
religion, but
knowledge
that was Keppery.
history.
History. What use is that to me?
So you don't really know
Warriors don't read
other
books.
than, like, you know, lore of vampires, which really doesn't tell you much, honestly, other than the obvious.
Okay,
It bites and drains.
then I will
Mysterious.
not work on that info, and I will just pour holy water on the others, which uses up all my holy water.
So you're gonna coup de grace, cut their heads off in holy water.
Yep.
Okay, no problem. You guys do so.
There's still one out there somewhere, that one that ran away. Which kinda
But without
bothers me.
the, yes, it's still a problem. I mean, his coffin's right here.
Well, you don't know if it's his.
That's
You just
true.
know it's a.
Sure. An empty coffin
Yeah.
is right here.
Hey, Henrik, what should we do with this empty coffin?
We could
Can we
wait.
wait here until he comes back?
Well, this fly spell only lasts a certain amount of minutes, so I don't... Unless you're going to be willing to recast it again after it... Because it might take a while for it to come back. Or should I wait up above?
I don't. I mean, this thing has to come back to its coffin eventually.
Does it? Or does it only come back when it gets killed?
Abysm shrugs his shoulders. I don't know.
Well, I have no way of finding that thing right now.
What thing do you need to find?
There's another vampire running around.
Is it as big?
No,
No,
it's
it's one of the
these
small
smaller
ones.
But the thing is, they're really good at hiding.
Oh. Well, why don't you destroy the coffin?
Does that do anything? I have no idea.
I don't know. It's where they seem to go when they get killed.
Well, I guess I'll just fly back up out of the back up into the top level again. I'll say, like, I don't know what we can do about this. I guess it's up to you guys if you want to destroy the coffin. We should probably at least let Morgive know that we've killed most of them. If we
Yes.
can't find this other one, we need to at least warn him that there's one more of these creatures still out there, and that they need to be careful. But they should be not as much of a threat.
I think the hidden beast was their master, so without him, they won't be, or even this one. While still a threat, I don't think it's as big a threat.
Oh dang, you do have to drive
I
a
wish-
stick through their heart and cut their head off, apparently.
Yep.
Oh. Well, in that case, I don't know. We fucking cut up the body for that thing and spend a lot of time trying to find its heart. Because we don't know. Nobody actually knows anything about its anatomy.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah, it's like a fucking biology experiment, and you know, like cutting up the frog or whatever, but it's cutting up the weird tentacle beast. Or a fish. I don't remember. I think I did a frog one year and a fish another year. I think was how we did it.
So what do you guys do down here while you're down here?
I mean,
If this
I
was
know we.
Capri, I'd search and get all the treasure, but this is Abysm. I barely notice my surroundings on the best of times.
Well, that's true. There might be shit down there. I'll come back down and look around, or maybe I didn't leave. So after we spend all that time like finding the heart in this thing, I'm assuming we do find a heart eventually, right? Like dissecting this thing.
Sure.
Okay.
It probably was messy, but yeah.
I'm sure. After I'm done, I can use prestidigitation at will to kind of clean myself off. But and actually, all three of us can do that probably. I'd imagine at least. I mean, maybe you guys don't have that prepared. I did a level 0 spell, but and then I guess I'll look around to see if there's anything else hidden down here. Like this thing have like books and shit or magic items, or did he have anything he was keeping down here? Anything
Okay.
interesting?
So you take a look
Hey,
around.
that's a great roll.
And you don't see anything useful other than what it seems the creatures each had on themselves. So you notice while perhaps you're trying to find the heart on this thing that it is wearing 2 rings.
Okay. And we'll leave that to Henrik and Abysm to figure out. People that actually have detect magic.
Yeah, I'll detect magic on.
Okay, you do detect magic.
I'll spellcraft both of them.
Nice, we got some great rolls coming through.
Just 1 second, getting my items open here. Okay, you detect, or you identify that the first one is a ring of invisibility.
Oh. Izzo might want that.
That is a very good ring.
It was Ring of what?
Of
Invisibility?
invisibility.
At
will invisibility.
And the other one...
It's still a standard action to activate though, right?
Yes.
That's true, but it's as much as you want.
Yeah. I don't think I'll actually use it though, because I can already do that with my spell-like ability. Granted, it's shorter duration. But I don't know.
They have a
I don't actually
limited
have a ring
amount. It's not at will.
Right, but I mean, it's effectively. I get enough rounds that I'm almost never.
You can just walk around invisible now.
This one would be useful for like. I mean,
Well,
I
it's
can
not
hold
a
on
greater
to it,
invisible, but yeah, obviously.
right. I could hold on to it perhaps, but.
No, I wasn't talking about combat. He could just like walk around and go listen to giants and shit.
Oh, well,
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's what I was thinking. It might be useful for that, so I'll hold on to it if nobody else wants it. I don't think I'll generally wear it. I don't actually have an available ring slot. Like, I probably could throw it on my ring protection slot if I'm not in combat and just wander around. But I probably won't use it in combat.
Could roleplay Bilbo Baggins.
It's in the,
and the other item is quite a bit different, Henrik.
Yeah.
Okay.
For this one seems to have a Sahedron mark on it. And this ring lets off a moderate abjuration and illusion spell. And it is called a Sahedron ring.
Didn't we hear something about these?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you identify
Like,
the properties of it. And you know that bearers of the Sahedron ring or the Sahedron amulet can pass by this protective barrier protecting the Avarice, the Pentacle of Avarice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Good. That's one of these things that we need.
Do we each need one, or does one person need it?
Each person needs to wear in order to get through.
Well then.
I don't think we want to actually put it on though until we're.
Yeah. But I'll keep this
like,
safe for now.
Right as we're getting there, though. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I remember one of the downsides of these things also is that the Runelord can like scry on you through it. So.
Yes.
Who told you that?
I think that was something we found out about from the giant we talked to. He said that about the medallion at least. Like.
Okay.
And that remember because he was getting upset about us because we were wearing the fake amulets, and he was like, "Why are you doing that?" Because he was pretty sure we were getting spied on. We're like, "Oh no, these are fakes," and he was like, "Oh okay, that's good." that gets. I don't know. So he's the one that told us that.
Hmm. Okay, and then on the other vampire creatures, you see that they are all. There's a dagger per creature, so 3 of them, a composite short bow, and some arrows, and they're all wearing a ring.
Detect magic. Gather up the rings, detect magic.
You detect magic on all of those items.
How many am I roll?
3.
Okay. You can take 3.
So the first one with a 28 is the dagger. Is it 15 plus caster level? Okay. You know that these daggers are all vicious +1 daggers.
Yep. That's how they were doing that's the thing.
And then the bows is just a shit, I don't have one made.
Wait, what does the vicious property actually do?
It does
Look that up.
2d6 more damage to the enemy and 1d6
It does
to
more
you.
damage, but it also does damage to you.
Well, these are +1 composite short bows, so I'll just modify its name for now, but I don't the rest of the stuff isn't accurate, so I'll just get rid of that. There we go, okay. And then the ring does not have that symbol on it, and is just a ring of protection +1.
I think we all have like +2s, so
Yeah.
at least.
Diana doesn't, but she can't wear rings.
I would normally maybe take the vicious dagger, but it's actually too big. So no thanks.
For you, it's a vicious short sword or something.
Kind of, except I also take penalties, additional penalties for being.
Yep. -2.
Yeah.
That's not that much.
I just think there's very few. Like, I think it's pretty uncommon that it would actually be worth using that over just using. So let's see. The vicious thing that does. Is it negative
Nope, it's just
damage?
untyped energy.
It's untyped damage. Weird.
Disruptive
Yep.
energy.
I was like wondering if there was like a cheese you could do, like give this to like Safa and be like, hey, here you go, free extra damage. But
Oh,
no.
no.
It's just untyped damage.
It's good on something that's fast healing, like those vampires.
Yeah. I mean, we could just get Rings of Regeneration and we'd have fast healing.
Ah, so easy. We'll just get, bring a regen
I know,
for
right?
everyone.
Yeah, I know. You just need 90,000 gold to get one, or if you have a forged ring, 45,000 gold, you could craft one over the course of like a month. I think there was a. Let me see if we can find it real fast.
So what do you guys do? Let's keep the pace up.
Okay, take the stuff.
Okay.
Whose bag do you want it in? Who wants to carry it? I guess I will.
You beat me to it.
Yeah, there's a really stupid pair of boots you can get that only cost 5,000 gold that let you, as a move action, plant your feet and gain strength from the earth, and it gives you fast healing 1. As long as you don't move.
Wait,
So,
really?
yeah, it's only 5,000 gold. And, yeah. It also, as a side benefit, while you're doing that, like while you have your feet planted and get the fast healing 1, you also get a +4 bonus to CMD to resist bull rush and reposition attempts and trip combat maneuvers.
I should totally make those in your game.
I mean, you could. They're pretty busted.
Okay, the things have been put in the bag.
Here's our out of combat healing, guys.
Yeah, if you have craft wondrous item, cure light wounds, and bull strength, and then you can spend 2,500 gold, and then your out of combat healing needs are met. Like, just hand the fucking boots around. Here you go, your turn to wear the boots.
Alright, so let's
It's kinda
fly out of
cheesy,
here.
though.
Okay.
Oh, we still have. We fly out, and then we're gonna go to Morgliv and tell him that. I think he did call it the Hidden Beast, right?
Yes.
We tell him that the Hidden Beast and 3 of its red-eyed minions are dead for good, and that 1 still remains, that we couldn't find it, but it should be much less of a threat than the creature itself.
He seems slightly confused. He's like, none more than that. I'm sure of it. More.
More? What do you mean?
Lots of my people turn gray and flee into those tunnels.
Weird. We only found 4 of them that were aiding it.
Well, maybe they won't bother us.
Maybe if it's still a problem, then hopefully when we see you again, we can try and help. But fighting the hidden beasts is taking a lot out of us. We need to rest.
We do?
Well, I mean, I would like to rest or do something minor.
I
Are we
will,
gonna go fight the dragon right now?
I will go seek
Yeah,
out my
sure.
people hidden somewhere. I don't know where they are right now, but I go find them. I tell them hidden be slain, and maybe find a way to reward you.
Of course. Thank you.
He
I
just
don't need
turns
a
around and
reward for
starts
this.
taking off. Like, I don't know if you guys stop him or not, but he just starts running off.
I don't.
Well, I mean, it turned out that killing this thing actually ends up advancing our own goals anyway, if it had a Sahedron ring.
It's weird, right? I totally wouldn't have expected that of an adventure path.
Hmm.
Sometimes they throw random shit that's
it's like
not actually
everything
connected.
matters.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't
Nah.
though.
Yeah, that's true.
Except for when it doesn't. Sometimes they'll just have like a random like thing you can encounter that doesn't really actually matter. Like that like the ghost ship that we went to. That I don't think that actually mattered. As far as I can tell, it didn't.
It totally
Not
matters.
immediately.
Well, oh no, it did matter.
Really? I thought it was just a spooky ghost ship that was there that, was flavor, I guess.
If you had a bard, that performance would have gave your entire group a really extraordinary boon for the rest of the game. Or somebody who could successfully play it, or made efforts to learn how to play it. I think you guys took it with you, but nobody made efforts, and it just kind of got forgotten about.
I think we just sold
It's in
it.
my uncle's bookstore. No, we didn't
Yeah.
sell it. It's in my
Oh,
uncle's
you
bookstore.
kept it? Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, we
boon
still have-
lost for now, I guess, but yeah, it would have given you guys a pretty nice boon.
It's in storage.
But I mean, in terms of the story for that ship, that's just its own separate side story that isn't. Really
It doesn't
directly
even have a
related as far as I can
story.
tell.
It has like a very small like insert, and then it's kind of like do what you want with this game master. If they want to tinker
Right.
around with it, then yeah.
Right. That's
So
what I
the
mean, though. That
ghost dog
it's,
and everything,
It's not
there's
connected.
no real story behind the ghost dog, other than it's there.
Yeah. So it's not because it's not really connected to the main Rise of the Runelords narrative. It's
Right.
a side story, which I think it's cool if they do. I think
It's
they
the
need to do
introduction
that.
to Starfinder.
I feel like they should have for like in adventure paths or even just in campaigns in general. I think sometimes you have to have stuff that's like not directly related to the main story because that's makes it more realistic. There's other stuff going on than what you're doing.